All right, fellas. Today, this is gonna be related to body game, obviously, because you're gonna get a lot of hate when you're on body game. But I'm just gonna talk about why you need to stop giving a fuck about what everybody thinks. All right, because listen, when you stop giving a fuck, a lot of good shit starts happening, to be honest. But you really get to start to focus on yourself. The book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, is focused on you prioritizing what you find important and giving a fuck about those things, and you not worrying about other things. That's what it's all about. That's what the subtle art of not giving a fuck is all about. And I've noticed in this journey, posting on social media too, of course, posting on social media, you're gonna have a lot of haters because when dudes see you getting attention that they're not getting, right? They get super jealous, they get super pissed. And when they see you have a physique that they don't have because they don't put the work in, they get super jealous and they just project in the comments and they're like, no, no, no. I had that physique when I was 20. You know, it gets harder when you're 30. I'm like, nigga, I'm 30. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just eating different shit. I don't care if you're 50. It's still based on what you eat. There's too much of that. Yeah, back in my day, I looked like that too. If I still look, I don't care about the past. I care about now. All right. And if it was really lifestyle for you, you would still be doing it. Like, so all that goofy shit, you need to stop doing that shit. And some other dude was saying some shit like, at what point are you gonna stop posting shirtless pictures? I'm like, if I ever get fat like you, I will. All right. And people always say shit. They'll say shit like, yeah, man, like I could post shirtless pictures too. No, you can't. If you could, you would. Here's the thing. Let's not act all moral and hiding and shit and high and shit. Like you're on a moral high. Like, oh, I'm just up here morally. Listen, niggas are gonna do what they can. All right, a lot of dudes are like, oh yeah, I could pull whoever I want to. I could pull this chick and this chick. You're in a sexist relationship with a chick you don't even find attractive. What are you talking about? I'm not listening to y'all. All right, out of shape people will give you the most advice when you're on this journey. I promise to God. Some in shape people, if you go up to them, they'll give you solid advice, but they're not gonna go out of their way to give you advice. Like they're just gonna be doing their thing, and then you go up to them like, hey, bro, you see someone who looks how you want to look, you're like, hey, how do you do this? They'll be like, oh man, like I keep my nutrition simple. They'll give it to you right there. Give you the game right there. Out of shape people come out the way and be like, hey man, how long you been working out? You'll be like, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, well, you should do this and do that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck would I listen to you? You're fat as shit. You don't take your own advice. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna get a lot of that shit when you start on this journey. So y'all need to realize it. And a lot of it's gonna be subtle. A lot of it's gonna be subtle. Like, oh, you're always working out to be sexier. Oh, if I had time like you, we all have the same 24 hours, man. And the thing is, chewing on food is what dictates majority of our results. All right. If you want to be lean, if you want the shoulders cut, you want the abs and shit like that, it's really just what you eat. All right. It's really just what you eat. A lot of you guys, you focus more of your attention on your football team, your basketball team, whatever. And then you neglect your wife or you neglect your girlfriend. You just focus on your football team, and then you're eating, and you're like, I have to have my beer after work. Then you have your beer, and then you're fat as shit. There's nothing wrong with that. That just makes you an average person. There's nothing wrong with that. Complaining about, your circumstances when you created them, that's where the issue comes in. All right. Now, I know you guys see the hate that's on, like every time someone's a billionaire, they get a lot of hate, right? Because they're rare, right? You got some millionaires, some 100 millionaires, people hate them too. You got to realize that being lean is more rare than being a fucking millionaire, all right, net worth wise. So when you're lean, if you got some muscle and you're lean, yes, you're going to get a lot of fucking hate because it's just you existing makes you rare, and it makes a lot of people insecure because they don't look like that. So I know a lot of you guys said you wanted to post on like TikTok and Instagram, I think. Yeah, so if you post on TikTok and Instagram, just get ready for the guys to hate. The girls are just gonna be like, oh shit, that's what's up. Like I'm fucking with that. You see what I'm saying? But the guys, they're gonna hate. They're gonna be like, oh wow, like he thinks she looks so good. And then you go to their profile and it's it's a fat, out of shape person every single time. So you got to remember, you have to care about, you know, you have to care about you improving every single year. That's the main mission, right? And you have to look for inspiration from the people who are at your goals, because people who are at your goals, people who are getting close to your goals, they're grinding. They're not hating. All right. The only people who hate are the people who are, below you. That's the only people who hate. They'll be like, oh, well, you need to put a shirt on. That's unprofessional, or some shit like that. I mean, if you take your shirt off, it might be unprofessional because you have titties, right? And that's nudity, right? That's titties. All right. But when you have a good physique, it's an accessory, but it is rare. Most people can't take their shirts off. At the end of this day, at the end of yesterday, at the end of tomorrow, most people can't take their shirts off. It is what it is. All right. I mean, they can, but they might, it'll be public indecency because they look that cooked. You see what I'm saying? So don't fall for the foolery. A lot of these dudes out here, like I said, man, a lot of these dudes out here are gonna hate on you and try to push that shit on you. Just ignore the shit, but also realize that the only reason they're hating on you is because they're not that guy. All right, they're not that guy. And I do find it interesting though, because Like I was talking to a friend about this too. Like like I said, most of the advice and most of the suggestions literally come from people who have done fucking nothing in their life at all, and they literally struggle every day to just eat what they need to eat, which is the most basic thing on earth. They don't eat what they need to eat, and they don't exercise. That is literally bare minimum shit. Like if you don't, like, that's the lowest level. So if you don't exercise and you don't, control what you eat, you're literally the lowest level of human. It's fucking insane. And you're giving people advice. You need to give yourself advice. Learn some discipline. All right, like learn some discipline. Like you're like, yo, don't eat. Someone told me. Someone told me, yo, you can't be eating white rice and get lean. I'm like, okay, I'm eating white rice and I'm lean. My friend's eating white rice, he's lean. You're fat as shit. Like, why are you talking? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But you're gonna get a lot of that. All right, you're gonna get a lot of people that just try to correct you and shit like that. It makes no sense. At the end of the day, like like I said, with this body game shit, like it is when you're on the body game, you're gonna know what I'm talking about when you're on body game. Shit is different, bro. Shit is like when you've had multiple, I've had multiple, even the other day, I've had multiple situations where I'm at the gym or some shit, and then a chick will either be like, "Aren't you that guy from like TikTok? Like I saw you," and then, "Is this you?" And they're like, show my video. They'll be like, "This is you, right?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." They're like, "Is it really? I mean, those abs are crazy. Let me see your abs." And then you show your abs and shit like that. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like y'all aren't gonna have those situations. Why? Because you're fat as hell. You're obviously scared to put yourself out there, period. But you just don't have the discipline, right? Like there's just a lot of crazy situations that happen when you actually focus on yourself and you focus on what matters. The only thing you could control is how you move on a daily basis and how much you improve on a yearly basis. That's all you can control. Your goal should be to get better every single year. You're comparing yourself to your past self. You're not comparing yourself to someone on the 10th year of the journey. You're not comparing yourself to Jeff Bezos because he's been locked in for a minute when it comes to the money shit. Like he's been locked in for a minute. You're not going to compare yourself to Leonardo DiCaprio because he's naturally has talent as an actor and he's worked his ass off and he worked his way up there, obviously, right? Also, you have to realize that a man's prime is like 35 to 60. So like you're going to be grinding through your 20s. You're going to be dying through your 20s and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean when you get to 30 you should be fat as hell. It just doesn't, not excuse. 40, fat as hell, no excuses. All right? And I've even had some clients like they're getting lean and now some of them are starting to lose friends. Some of them are noticing like friends will kind of throw shots at them and be like, "Oh, why don't you just eat regular food? It's not that serious," and shit like that, trying to like downplay their success. Just don't fuck with those low level people. All right. When you get on this body game shit, yeah, you're gonna be losing some friends because they have low level mentalities and they're always trying to do unhealthy shit. The most important thing is your health. Once you don't have your health, you have nothing else. All right, like if you're working, you're making millions, everything's going good, and then you have like a health issue because you haven't been taking care of yourself. Now you have to stop everything you're doing, take care of your health, right? Like your health is the most important thing. Period. All right. So like I said, if you don't have a profile pic, right, I'm not fucking taking advice from you. All right. And if you say, "Well, I can't have it," no, you're lying, bro. We're not doing that shit. Listen, like I said, we live in an appearance-based society. All right, you do what you can. It would be like a chick, right? A 12 out of 10 chick getting offers to get flown out by Drake, Chris Brown, you know, P Diddy, all those people. They're getting offers to get flown out by him consistently and in person, getting the same offers, and them saying no to all of them. That shit's not gonna happen. It's just not. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Especially if she hasn't done it before. It's not happening. Let's not act high and mighty. All right. We're not gonna act like we're in the Garden of Eden and nobody's biting the apples and shit like that. All right. Because listen, like I said, if y'all dudes, you know, don't have, pictures in tight fitted stuff and you just have baggy stuff or you have pictures of your cats, is because you are not comfortable with what you see in the mirror. You hate what you see in the mirror, which goes into the body game or shit anyways, but it's because you hate what you see in the mirror, right? On a daily basis. And you're not confident in yourself because your stomach's hanging. Like when Andy Elliott did that thing where he told that dude to take his shirt off at the event, that was good. That was holding him accountable. So then that dude did what? That dude lost weight because that dude was insecure about his love handles. That's most of you guys, but no one is telling you guys to hey, take your shirt off, and then be like, "Man, you need to work on that. You look fat." No one's telling you that. You're hiding. All right, you're hiding, and I mean that's the difference between real life and internet. I guess like on the internet, you talk about stuff and then people are comfortable like typing some shit, but in real life they want in real life they're not saying shit. They're not saying shit in real life because they're fat as shit. Like I said, I have enough self-awareness to know that if I fought, at least right now, give me a year, but if I fought a 10-year-old who's been boxing for like 3 years, I'd probably get my ass beat. It is what it is. They got the speed, they got the fundamentals, they got the basics. Cool. All right. Simple. But a lot of like fat dudes will be like, "Oh, I'll beat your ass," or "You can't fight John Jones." Listen, you don't need fighting skills to fight a fat person. All right. Like a super fat person who doesn't train, all you do is slap them in the face, run in circles. They get tired. They either have a heart attack or they're like, and then you keep slapping them. Most people can't even walk up a flight of stairs. They just can't do it. Right? Simple shit. So remember this, guys. When you're on body game, I'm gonna keep telling y'all this shit. When you're on this body game shit, you're literally so fucking rare. I've been to what, like 10 different countries now. I've been to, I've been to at least half of the states in America. I need to go to the rest of them, but I've been to almost half of the states in America, and I'm telling you, like the body game shit is so fucking rare. Like being lean and in shape is rare. It's not to be overstated. All right, the only people who are like, oh, it's overrated, are the people who have not experienced it because they are not in shape. It is very simple. I don't care if you're 5'7", I don't care if you're 5'9", I don't care if you're 6'10", I don't care if you're 6'4". When you're in shape, people ask questions, people start conversations, people turn their head because it does make you different. It is harder than everything else. Yes, it's harder than making $1 million fucking dollars. Yes, it's harder than looking like you're rich. You can't look like you're lean. All right, you can't be fat today and wake up tomorrow and then be like, you know what? Let me go rent a physique. You can't do that shit. You go rent a Lambo to look, to flex and look, rich. Go rent a Rollie. Go get a fake Rolex. You can't get a fake body. This shit's not fucking happening. Can't get fake abs. It's gonna look fake. You see what I'm saying? You can't get a BBL like Bam Kevo. It's gonna look fake. That shit is earned. So like when you have that shit, you earn that shit. You became a different person. It doesn't go away. All right, it doesn't. And the other day, another dude said, like I said, comparing yourself to your past self and improving is the number one goal. So that's all I do. Some out of shape dude was like, huh, I'm not impressed with you. I'm like, bro, who are you, bro? I'm not impressed with you. Listen, listen, I'm impressed with my progress that I'm making year after year. You know what I'm saying? It's expected. But if I compare myself to you, holy shit, listen. If I would like, if we were to switch places, right? Because that guy's probably in like a sexist marriage or whatever. If we were to switch places, your marriage wouldn't be sexist anymore, right? Because I'm in shape and you're not, bro. Like that shit. Listen, a lot of you guys get in these relationships and marriages, and then you guys ask me like, "Wait, I don't know what happened, man. Like my girl don't want me anymore." I'm like, dude, you're literally Jabba the Hutt. You went from Goku to Jabba the Hutt. You were Goku when the relationship started, right? You can see on your Instagram, you're Goku, and now you're Jabba the Hutt, and you want to chick. Like chicks don't like Jabba the Hutt, bro. They don't like that shit. All right, it's not that deep. But yeah, man. Like at the end of the day, the reason, like I always say about this shit, like most people just not getting lean. It's not gonna happen. But people cannot beat themselves, right? They can't overcome their past selves and become the best version of themselves. Like they're always gonna sabotage and be like, oh, I just need the beer. I mean, I should have a beer to wind down. And then their stomach gets big as hell. They're like, oh, it's not fair. It's genetics, bro. It's your habits, man. It's your fucking habits. So listen, the no profile picture having niggas, all y'all weirdos with no profile pictures and shit like that are fat as hell. Listen. Yeah, I do the hating shit. I already know where you're coming from, bro. You're coming from below type shit. I already know what time it is. But like I said, if I was in your situation too, bro, like I said, if I was constantly in these sexist relationships and I got to pay for everything, and I'm paying her bills and she still doesn't want to smash, like, and like my mom hates me and like they disrespect me at work because I'm fat, I would be exactly like you are. All right? I'd probably be hating in comment sections as well. So I understand it, bro. I understand. No, I don't understand it. Lock the fucking fat bitch.